Jess.
So first of all, Roop, I just got off the phone with Detroit police. I was told very shortly they will be releasing a suspect photo and description that will give people a better idea of who we're looking for. So head to our website in the next half hour or so. We'll get as soon as possible. Unfortunately, we don't have that in time for this report. Now, let's start from the beginning. What this is all connected to. It is connected to a homicide last Friday at the Charles Wright School in Detroit. A janitor was actually running an illegal barbershop operation out of the back of that school. That is when someone shot his customer. Now, cut to today, the fugitive team with Detroit police, they were following a vehicle, a white Buick, earlier today into the city, into Redford Township. They went to pull that vehicle over. There were 3 suspects inside. Now, everybody ran from that vehicle. 2 of those suspects were arrested very shortly after, but their main suspect, that third guy, he is on the run. He bailed somewhere in the area of Western Golf Course near Beach Daily and Ross. And ever since then, as of a couple of hours ago, Detroit police and Redford Township police have been all over the place. This whole situation has actually put Redford schools on lockdown earlier, and everybody in this area has been told to stay inside and keep a very, very close eye out. Now, we did talk to one of those neighbors who's definitely on edge, especially because police haven't said much about who exactly they're looking for. What are you going to do different tonight?
Well, I had my 6-inch blade by the bed, so I'm probably going to just grab my 9mm and just, yeah.
It's a 9mm kind of night?
Yeah, it's a 9mm kind of night. If I hadn't ran into you guys, it just would have been a normal night, and that's it. But yeah, tonight I'm going to do a little extra protection, just in case.
Yeah, she's definitely nervous. A lot of folks on the street, Donald Street, where we're at right now, are peeking through their windows. They're not opening the doors, and that is exactly what police are asking them to do. Now, behind me, Detroit police have been focusing on a backyard for the last hour and a half or so. Crime scene investigators have been out in the area. They scoured the backyard. It does appear that maybe they collected some evidence, or evidence believed to be connected to that man on the run. And as I said at the beginning of this report, Detroit police are telling me they're going to release a suspect photo, his name, and some more information. So we will put that on our website, Fox 2 Detroit, as soon as we get it. But for now, reporting live in Redford Township, Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
It's a hard evening to settle in. You look at what's happening out in the Clarkston area. Of course, earlier today, people were afraid about gang members running around today in Redford. They're afraid of this. You said it, and I know you weren't joking. A 9mm kind of a night. People are really on edge.
Yeah, that's exactly it, Roop. I mean, you're talking about somebody who allegedly walked into the back of a school and shot and killed somebody, a young man, while he was getting his hair cut. That is the type of people that we are talking about. So it is no joke when Redford police and Detroit police say stay in your homes, don't come outside if you can help it, and if you see anything suspicious, dial 911.
We know as soon as you get that picture, Jess, we'll get it on Fox Local and fox2detroit.com and all of Jessica's social media as well. Jessica Dupnack for us live tonight. Thank you. Also tonight at 6, a key hearing today for 3 men charged in that drive-by shooting that killed a 6-year-old over the summer. Rylee Love was shot and killed inside his home on Anglin Street. Fox News' Brandon Hudson joins us now from our newsroom with more on today's hearing. Brandon, what do we find out?
Yeah, Roop, so no decision yet on whether these 3 men will go to trial. Simply put, the judge says he needs to hear from a few more witnesses. Today's hearing went about 5 hours, and during the course of those hours, we heard from several neighbors. We heard from investigators. But the highlight of this hearing, and the most emotional moments, came from the mother of Rylee Love. And at times, you could see her crying and wiping away tears as she took the stand. And this was difficult for her because she had to relive the night that her child died. Keep in mind that he was a 6-year-old innocent bystander of this drive-by, which police said led to the arrest of Deonate Cherry, Terrance Blue, and Demontrel Wilson.
What was Rylee doing?
Rylee was jumping up and down, was looking out the window, dancing in front of me.
What did you hear?
A loud pop sound.
And when you heard that loud pop sound, where were you?
I was standing in front of Rylee.
And where was Rylee? Still in the front room?
He's on the floor.
When Rylee falls, what do you do?
I pick him up. I scream his name. He doesn't respond. I carry him to the bed.
And Rylee's mom went on to talk about how he was shot in the head and how she had to relive that moment and try to get him some help from first responders. Now, you can see how traumatic that whole situation was. The judge told the mother that he appreciated her courage. Now, in addition to that testimony, we saw security video of that drive-by as well as photos of the scene, which showed dozens of evidence markers. And while today ran a bit long, this hearing will pick up on December 3rd. Fox 2 will be there. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Brandon Hudson, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, you can't even understate the trauma that this family has already withstood. And now even just to wait till December 3rd to continue this, you really feel for them.
Yeah, the family is just looking for justice, and they are hoping that this kind of reaches the next step in the progression of having these men go to trial so that they can be judged by a jury of their peers, and they can hopefully find out or try to at least get a guilty conviction out of this. But again, we'll see what happens. The next step is see what happens on December 3rd and whether the judge will decide if these three men need to go to trial.
I'll be watching it carefully. We know we'll be following it. Brandon Hudson for us live tonight. Thank you. We're learning more today about the suspect shot by Detroit police after fleeing officers last week. Terrance Markey Davis was arrested Friday following a chase that included him allegedly carjacking a victim and running from police. Investigators now say Davis is linked to at least 8 shootings that happened on 2 separate days earlier this month. Police used security video and license plate reader data to link him to the crimes. Davis was already on probation for possessing a firearm as a felon and carrying a concealed weapon. Take you out to Oakland County. A school shelter-in-place order has been lifted after a large police presence earlier today. According to a message sent out by the Clarkston community schools, law enforcement, they were looking for 2 people. The Oakland County Sheriff's Office says the activity involved ICE agents and was focused on alleged gang members in the area of Sashaba and Clarkston roads. Fox 2's Charlie Langton has been following developments and joins us now live with the latest here. Charlie, any word on where they're looking now?
No word on where they're looking now. It's a great question, because I'll tell you what we do know is that there are gang members that are somehow on the run in Oakland County, specifically Pine Knob. About 9 o'clock this morning, lots of police activity. ICE agents, federal agents, and being assisted by the Oakland County sheriffs as well. Who are they looking for? They're looking for gang members. Did they get any? No, they didn't. It caused a lot of fear in that Clarkston area, and they had a school on a shutdown. Actually, it was a shelter in place, meaning they had classes, but they were not allowing anybody to go in and out. It was lifted eventually, but it caused a lot of problems. Take a look at what we talked to some of the people there who had to change what they were doing. One of them putting up some Christmas lights. Take a look. Around 9 o'clock Wednesday morning, workers at Pine Knob putting up the Magic of Lights show for Friday were interrupted.
When I pulled into the site this morning, there was about 30 officers here and a helicopter flying over the property.
Oakland County Sheriff's deputies assisting federal ICE agents pursuing suspects. Reported gang members near Pine Knob and a nearby elementary school. What's it like seeing 30 cops, guns, and all that stuff?
A little nerve-wracking. When you're coming to set up Christmas lights.
The Christmas lights were set up, but the suspected gang members got away and are still on the run. Dr. Sean Ryan from the Clarkston Community Schools was contacted by the Oakland County Sheriff's Office, who immediately put his school in a shelter-in-place protocol, and later saying, as we would with any police activity near our schools, we put our buildings into shelter-in-place as a precautionary measure. This was going to keep our students and staff safe inside our schools. All right, so at this point in time, the Oakland County Sheriffs, as well as the feds, are still looking for the gang members. Now, there's just so many questions to be answered. What were gang members doing in Pine Knob or near Pine Knob? Who are they? Where'd they come from? Are they dangerous? These are all the questions that have to be remain. And since we know that, at least officially anyway, none of them are in custody, does that mean that they still pose some kind of danger? Those are the questions that we will be still trying to focus on. I am live here at the Sheriff's Office. Roop, I'll send it back to you.
Charlie, any idea of how many gang members they were looking for at any given point today?
We heard at least 2, but there could be more. And so that's all we know. I tell you, the police are being a little tight-lipped on this one, and, you know, maybe for good reason. They don't want to give away the location or whatever they're having, but we just don't know. And the problem with that is that a lot of people are, when you say gang member and they're on the run, those are words that people will cause to be a little cautious for good reason. So I'm hoping that we're gonna follow the story, of course. We'll hopefully get some more information, and hopefully the police, sheriffs, FBI, whomever they may be, ICE, get these people, especially if they are dangerous. Gang members, they could very well be dangerous. So we don't know. We'll follow it.
Now, we know you will. Charlie Lanton for us live tonight. Thank you. Let's talk about the weather now. You know, we started the day with just a little bit of, I guess you could say, a little bit of a chill in the air, and that's to be expected in this time of the year. Let's get to Rich Luderman with a look at our forecast.
That's right, Roop. It is chilly for the end of November. Remember, we're a little more than a week away from Thanksgiving. 41 degrees for us, 38 in Traverse City. There's Sault Ste. Marie at 30 degrees. One of my favorite spots, Niagara Falls. Beautiful shot there with some of the lights of the season. Looking good at 35 degrees. We're going to get down to 32. That's our forecast for the rest of tonight. It will stay mostly cloudy. And then here's a peek at your Thursday. Much like today, more clouds than sun, but quiet, cool, and dry. How about changes for the weekend? We'll check it all for you coming up in about 10.
All right, Rich, thank you. Well, have you gotten your shot this year? Coming up, the information health experts are sharing that could provide clues to what we can expect this flu season. That story next. Also tonight.
Fox 2 problem solvers on a mission to help a viewer who was turned away from a food distribution site. That story next.
It's the